Okay, I'm back. So I got my hot water in the microwave because I want it hotter than tap water can get, um, just so that we can get a very smooth final result. And that's what works for me. I don't know how everybody else gets their final results as smooth as they get them without hot water. I haven't discovered that yet, but I'm working on it. So as soon as I figure it out, I will come back to you guys and let you know. But the hot water trick works fantastic for me. It has ever since March. And I think I'm going to keep on doing it because it is an easy way. And I love working smarter, not harder. So just get all of this on the cake and try to keep going in the same direction, in one direction, because if you go back and forth, it'll start pulling off your icing. Excuse my shirt, guys. It's I did chocolate bombs earlier, and if you ever done chocolate bombs, you know sometimes it's a chocolate bomb. I'm not gonna worry too much about getting the bottom as smooth as I want the top part, because we're gonna be doing a fault line on the bottom half of the cake. It's getting me a thick layer of icing up here. So when I take the bench scraper across, it won't show the cake through, or the pieces of the cake where it wasn't fully coated on the crumb coat. Sometimes you can see that through, especially with white icing. So I'm just trying to build that up right now while my water is getting hot. I think that's looking good. Yep, I think this is looking good for me. So I'm gonna get the bench scraper and bench scrape it. So got my very hot water in the bowl. Add the bench scraper and get it warmed up. Waiting on it to warm up. And I'm gonna take this hot bench scraper and go around. And it's gonna smooth everything out. And you wanna keep it at like a 45-degree angle. so that everything can get smoothed out. And this is a pretty tall cake, so it's taller than my bench scraper, so I have to take the top part and go up a little bit further on it. And you want to try to move the board instead of the bench scraper. That's what they say. I haven't perfected that yet, but it gets easier once I, when I take my hand around here, so I can have a little bit more leeway with it. And then I take it and I can go all the way around. That helps. So like I said, the bottom doesn't have to be perfect because we're doing a fault line, but I still want it to look nice. You want to kind of try to get off your excess water off of the bench scraper too, so you won't have so much water on your icing. Let's sit down and get level with it so I can see the holes I'm gonna have to fill in. Fill in these holes, and you want to fill them in with a little excess so that once you scrape it off, it's not, giving you the same hole again. And you just continue to do this until you're satisfied with what it looks like. And that's what I'm gonna do until I'm satisfied with what it looks like. And I think after maybe 2 more go arounds, I think I'll be satisfied. Hoping. Okay, so let's go. Round it again. We're looking good. We're looking good. We're looking real good. So, this part up here. All right. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Okay. Let me get one more go. And we will have, is that? Yeah, we need to build that up right there. I know I seen that on camera. I know y'all did too. So we're gonna build that up. Take that around. See, this is what I'm saying. You have to build up, and so you won't see the cake through, but If I would have crumb coated it a little different or a little heavier, it wouldn't have been that way. But since I'm putting basically 3 layers of icing on it, I didn't want to crumb coat it too heavy. But we'll get it. And then I'm a perfectionist, so yeah, don't be like me, and just be, when you see that you're satisfied with it, be done with it. And that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to be done with it. So let's get the top. So we're going to come in. We're going to get the top. And I'm just concentrating here, y'all. I'm sorry I'm not talking. But once we get the top all smoothed out and like we like it, okay. So the top is looking pretty good. Okay. So now what we're gonna do, we're gonna do the fall line. I put black icing, and this is just American buttercream icing. Just a simple recipe of butter, powdered sugar. I use a little bit of shortening in it to kind of stabilize it, and I use a little bit of cream to kind of make it smoother. So I'm just gonna just draw a jagged line all around the cake, and it has a round tip. I don't know the number of the tip. I'll tell you in just a minute. Just use some even pressure and just ride it, just jag it all around. So this tip is a Wilton's 1A. And so we're going to fill this in. Try to fill it in as evenly as possible. And then after we fill this in, we're going to take the bench scraper and go around to make it even. Try not to use so much icing because I want to get around to the other part of the cake. This looks like a deep gray on camera, but it's actually black. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna take the bench scraper and I'm gonna clean it off with a rag as much as I possibly can. Dip it in hot water, and we're gonna see how this is gonna go. So we're gonna take our bench scraper, and it doesn't have to be too hot. This icing is very soft, so I'm gonna take our bench scraper and don't apply pressure to the top, but apply pressure to the bottom. And I got a bowl of black icing sitting right here, so I'm gonna scrape that off in there as much as I possibly can. And I'm gonna do this as many times as I need to till I get because I don't want a whole bunch of icing. That's just my thing. I don't like a whole lot of icing on there. I know some people love icing and some people don't, but you gotta cater to everybody when you're trying to do things. And since it's already a crumb coat and a set coat, which is the top coat, since it's already that, there's no need to put a whole bunch of icing on this layer. So and then we're gonna let this sit in the refrigerator, or in the freezer, because it takes too long in the refrigerator. We're gonna let this sit in the refrigerator, in the freezer for about 15 minutes so it can get hard. And then we're going to decorate. Okay. I gotta clean this board off. This is one heck of a dirty board. You must get it clean before we put it in the freezer. If you don't clean it before you put it in the freezer, it's going to be hard. And you have to scrape it, and you might scrape the cake or something like that. You know, I wanted to be able to, if I need to touch it up, I want to be able to do that. And if it's hard, it's kind of difficult to touch it up without having to put another layer of icing or more icing on it. I think I'm satisfied. I see some white coming through the black, so that's what I'm doing back here. Smoothing that out. All right. Just get this icing off the rag. Put it over here. Off the board. I'm putting it on the bowl. Because I might need to use this black icing again. Who knows? So I don't want to put this icing off the board into my good icing, my good clean icing that I'm wiping off with this rag. My good, perfectly black icing, because this icing is mixed. The one I'm taking off of with the ice with the rag is mixed with white, so it's gonna. Okay, so I think that's good. So when I come back, I'm going to show you how I'm going to decorate the cake. All right, be back.